So there's a report today. You mentioned the bringing the run game. And so NFL insider Dan Graziano today actually said that there's reports that the Chiefs are going to continue to give more utilization and more reps and more snaps to running back Brashard Smith, answering a lot of Chiefs fans' prayers. They wanted to see more Brashard Smith, so they'll be getting more Brashard Smith, according to Dan Graziano. And also Louis Riddick also said that too on Get Up this week, that we'll be seeing, he knows we'll be seeing more Brashard Smith going forward. The red zone has been a common thing for us the last few years, but it kind of continues again this year. So right now we're playing the Jags, who have the 5th best red zone defense in the league, holding opponents on touchdowns on just 44% of trips. The Chiefs' offense has been in the middle of the pack this year, about 18th, cashing in at 57% on touchdowns in the red zone. Obviously, it's not just a this year thing. This is an issue that's kind of plagued us for the last few years, where we get to the red zone to kind of stall. And it's not surprising that our run game hasn't been there the last few years as well. So the answer to this, you talk about running the ball more. Does Brashard Smith provide us an element in the red zone that we could utilize a little bit more? I know he's more a pass catching back, and McKinnon, like a lot of people do, liken him to McKinnon as far as the pass catching aspect of him. And he helped us out in the red zone. So do you think there could be this kind of Brashard Smith X factor as far as helping us out in the red zone?
Look, the kid's a talent. We know that. We know he can catch the football. We know also, too, I showed at the end of the game, he was able to kind of get skinny in the hole, too, Marcus. But sometimes that red zone requires maybe a little more oomph behind you. And if we want to talk about oomph, we had to talk about my guy, of course, is Kareem Hunt, maybe in Pacheco in those situations. What I've seen is Kareem Hunt absolutely make 3 to 4 yards, tough yards. Even when guys are not blocking, Kareem can turn and twist his body for those extra yards. When we brought him in, he became our guy on the goal line. There we didn't have to do all the trick plays and stuff like that. We could hand the ball off to Kareem Hunt, and he can go get it. He go hit his head on the goalpost with all the tough yards, the churning and all those different things he can do. He runs hard behind his pads. He's got low center of gravity. You know, he's got powerful legs. Those are the things he does well. Brashard Smith, absolutely he can provide some of that too. The thing is, I just think him being a smaller back, definitely in the play action pass game, you could definitely do stuff with him. One-on-one with him, you can also do it where he's, linebacker one-on-one. Hey, you want to run an angle route with him, he can win on that. You can run an out route with him. Shoot, if you do like a swing pass, okay, let him get one-on-one with the linebacker or the corner or safety, whoever gets him, and then let him just do his thing. We see how he was tiptoeing up the sideline, man, like a tightrope. And that showed me an element of a young guy that has something to him. They were talking about juice and what he provides. He has that. That's who he is. So I'm not opposed to that. He definitely has it about him. But if I'm sitting there saying to hand the ball off, I like to see us hand the ball off to Kareem Hunt, preferably the first time. And then the second one is, Pacheco. But Brashard Smith can do the same. I don't see why he wouldn't be able to do it. I think if anything showed is this guy's warranted a few more carries in our offense. See what he can do. So, and look, let me just say this, okay? Make my point. It doesn't matter who you have in a backfield if the guys up front don't get the job done. Let me say that, okay? And so what we've watched in the past couple of weeks is sometimes short yardage. Our offensive line wasn't really doing a great job. Now, they got better this past week, and I'm looking for them now to even get better. And so do we trust those guys up front? We should be able to. I think, when you pull Trey Smith, he does a great job pulling into the hole, maybe getting to the outside. Keen Suma, I think, is better on the line of scrimmage, kind of getting up to the second level as opposed to the pulling aspect of it. Josh Simmons, we know, can capture the edge and get to the outside. Even if you're moving your tight end, to get to the outside and capture the edge, that's something you can do too. So there's different things that we can do. We've done also too, Marcus, the quick little jet sweeps that outleverages the defense immediately down there. Well, the thing is, if you run zone, those guys are going to be sitting there, waiting for something like that. So I think your scheme, you really had to have a mix, man. But I had to say, if we're down in the red zone, I would look to incorporate the run, open up the holes even more, because that would help out with the pass, the play action. And so I said 13 personnel. Why not do that? Robert Tonyan, has seen a lot of him throwing the football to him. He's ready. Throw the ball to him. Travis Kelce, Noah Gray. We got great tight ends catching football. Probably some of the best in the league. And we know this. So let's use that. Use the big bodies when we got it. So we have a number of things that we could do. But one thing I have to say we absolutely have to do, Marcus, we have to run the football. We got to establish the run, man. We got to be dominating in that regard, in that respect of our play. So,
yeah, I know we applauded the team for running the ball more last week, but again, those numbers were enhanced at the end of the game where they were just trying to run the clock out and get out of Dodge with a lot of the carries to Brashard and Kareem at that fourth quarter when Minshew came in. So that did elevate the numbers overall. But I think there's one series that sticks out in mind to me where we didn't run the ball, and I guess it was towards the end of the half, but we still had timeouts there. It was that 2nd and 10 where Pat just gets sacked. It was right after Lamar fumbles the ball. We get the ball back on our side of the 50.
Yeah.
Second and 10, Pat holds the ball and he gets sacked back there, and he goes to 3rd and 19. And it's like, oh man, look, we got a little bit out of field goal range there, and Bucker ends up missing the kick. But like, you run the ball there, at the very least, I know people want to dog Kareem not being an explosive runner. At the very least, we're getting 3 to 5 yards on that run with Kareem Hunt there. At at the very worst, 3 to 5 yards. Instead of 3rd and 19, it's 3rd and 5, and that's an easier kick for Butker. And we end up using that timeout anyway. It's just one of those things where, like, I even if it's not on the red zone, on our side of the 50, just getting positive yards. And that's one thing that people want to discount Kareem, is the fact that he's getting positive yards. It may not be the 20, 30-yard runs that you want it to be. It could be eventually if we block it right. But it's 3 to 5 positive yards every time he touches the ball. I've yet to see him take a negative carry. Even at that 4th and 1 play against Philadelphia, where the offensive line let everybody through, I think he still got a net zero a loss on it. I think it was zero. It was 0. There was no gain on it, nor a loss on that play.
Yeah. So to me, that when I talk about formulas that work, I think this is a formula that works. Kareem Hunt does a great job in short yardage. We know this. We know he does a great job of getting the 4 or 5 yards. Yeah, he don't have to be the home run hitter. He doesn't have to be. He just got to move the chains, and he does a very good job of that. And the thing is, one of the things I know, Marcus, and we've seen this, is the more carries you give him, the better off he is. When I look back over the film, I had to give kudos, man, to 8-7. Shoot. Because I think I don't think everybody appreciates. I know I appreciate when I'm watching our tight ends go out there and blocking, especially 87. He's out here doing it because he don't have to. It'd be easy for a guy his age and his years. I won't say age. I don't want to do that. His years in the league, okay, to go out there and actually mix it up with guys. It's easy for guys not to do that. As a matter of fact, as a coach, you'd be like, oh, okay, man, you good. Don't worry about it. But now, 87 said, this means a lot to me. This means something. And so when we sitting over here, we watching 87, he hadn't changed what his mindset's going to be for this year. Getting the job done. Jacksonville is just another team in our way, man, that we need to go ahead and decimate and get out of the way. We need to go do it down there. We need to go back and establish ourselves. One thing I said last week is we got to remember who we are. That's what we have to do. So guess what? This game gives a lot of confidence because it let us remember this is who we are. We know we can go up top on guys. Pat has a chance to throw it out the stadium. He's got guys that can go get it. He's got Xavier Worthy, Tyquan Thornton. He's got a Hollywood Brown. Guys of that nature, right? They were showing the stats today of Tyquan Thornton that Tage had to show, of him getting open and his yak after and stuff like that. Yeah, good. Throw it to him. Let's go test them out. Let's test their metal. That's what we do. So when we go down there with Jacksonville, it's got to be on attack mode all the time. But that attack mode, Marcus, has to be just more than just the passing. We have to run the daggone football too. And so when I see certain things like this, where we are getting better, right? I'm looking at the offensive line. Hold on, let me see what they graded out this week. Okay, because I still got it here. Offensive line graded out at a B. That's what they graded out at. Week before that, they were C+. I think the week before that, they were C. So they are getting better. So I'm looking for these guys to have a B+ this week. They're talking about how good their defense is. This is a great challenge for our offensive line and our offense. This is a hell of a challenge for us. And we need to take it as such. So I see somebody was showing that people picked Jacksonville to win. I'm like, are you kidding me? You're picking Jacksonville to beat the Chiefs? Okay, all right. So you just have some people who are just, they don't even care. Whoever the Chiefs play, they're just going to go against the Chiefs because they want that to happen. They want that to be the reality. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen.
You've seen most come around back on the Chiefs bandwagon this week, but for the most part, you have people who are kind of hesitant, like, well, Jacksonville's a better test than the Baltimore Ravens, even though they picked the Baltimore Ravens last week, but now that we beat them, it's like, well, Jacksonville's a bigger test for them. Okay.
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. We know Baltimore, even with the those guys missing on defense, still a much better team than Jacksonville. We know this.
Yeah, I mean,
not even. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Look,
well, and their offense too. That was the number one scoring offense going into that game. We made that offense look weak. I mean, that's what we did. And I know everyone said their defense was hurt. All these guys were out, but offensively, they had everyone there, and we took them out.
Yeah. So this right here, everybody's talking how great, the Jacksonville defense. I remember this when me and Block was talking. When Block and Priest, and I did pre-show the other day, so when he comes out, y'all got to check it out. We had a great segment, a great episode on Priest's podcast. So, but we were just talking about that Atlanta game. Atlanta game came in. It was saying we heard the same thing offensively. And they kept saying, "Oh, the defense is this. They shut people down. This and that. Blah blah blah." And all we did the entire week as an offense, we sitting there saying we cannot wait to play this defense because everybody keeps talking them up on how great they are, how good and whatnot. Okay. Priest got him a whole lot. Blaylock got him a whole lot. Heck, we had 8 touchdowns. What we did. And we came in and we absolutely flattened that defense. We flattened them. You know why? Because he kept telling how good their defense was. That's all they kept spouting. Oh my gosh, the Atlanta defense and this and that, blah, 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 such and such. Man, ain't nobody hearing that. Anybody want to hear that? Fine. Tell us. Go ahead. Keep telling us how great they are. Please. Please.
Yeah.
What we're going to do, we're going to make you eat all of that you said. Every single one of you jokers that's sitting over here holding them up and all they great and all they're going to beat the Chief, fine. You remember this. Probably one of the best accounts that I follow on Twitter is Chiefs Receipts.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's a good account, yeah.
Yes, it is. I love it. I love it. Yep. We got you too. Yep, got you saying it. Keep going. Who else? Anybody else want some? Anybody else? Somebody else got something to say? Come on through. We got you. Put your receipt up here as well. So
Russell Sanders said Priest said on Sunday pregame that he preferred JD over Gonzalez because JD would block for him.
Hey, man, we had a good time, and the rest of the boy appreciate that, man. Me and Priest had a good time, man. We had a good time on the episode, so y'all go watch it out on the home stretch. He's getting out there. I'm glad my brother's getting out there on the podcast. So
that's awesome.
Good stuff. Oh yeah. No. Check ours out too when we have Priest on here. I told Priest he had to come back, so he's gonna come back through.
Awesome.
Come back through, man. So,
awesome. Yeah, a good way to plug his podcast coming on the show.
Oh yeah,
as well.
Absolutely.
Jeremy, realistically, his role's a bust. Every rookie has played and made plays, but I haven't heard his name. Come on, Jeremy. You know ball. Come on. He's not. The guy just got active 2 games ago after knee tendonitis. They're not going to rush him out there, especially on the deep receiver room that we have right now. They're not going to rush him out there if he's not properly ready yet. And also, I mean, yeah, it's way too early to say. We haven't seen him get on the field yet.
Jeremy, listen, you can't call anybody a bust the first 4 games of the season. 1, 2, the man has been hurt. He was absolutely killing it up in camp. Probably his name was probably higher than it was Tyquan Thornton and the things that he was doing and how he just picked up the offense. So when he's fully healthy, hey man, he's going to be an absolute weapon for us. So he's not a bust. No, we can't go there with it, man. We can't go there with it.
No, it also he was a mid-round pick. It's not like he was our first-round pick who hasn't touched the field yet, you know. So and he was also coming off an injury last year as well, a foot injury. So like, gotta give him time. Gotta give these guys time.
Yeah.
Hi everybody, thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.